Hello and welcome to the Wrist Pilot. It's 2025, so Happy New Year. I hope all of you had a great chance to celebrate with your loved ones. Bring in the new year, probably go out for some New Year parties, wearing your favorite watches. No, this is not my favorite watch, I just decided to wear this today. But no, I really hope all of you had a wonderful start to the year. 2024 was such a great year. For me personally, I got to look at so many different microbrand watches and watch designs, and I think if you were like me, you would be scrolling through different microbrand websites day in day out, adding it to cart, maybe not buying as much as you want to, but that's pretty much how 2024 went for me as far as watches were concerned. I didn't buy too many, but I was getting myself acquainted with new microbrand brands and seeing what's out in the market and what they're doing differently. So in this video, we're going to take a look at the top 10 microbrand watches or brands which are up there in my wish list back from 2024, and I think I'm definitely keeping a keen eye on them for the year and the years to come. Let's take a look. Coming from Netherlands, the DeRijke watch brand is a personal favorite of mine. The brand comes with a rich history where the founder, Lawrence, who is a designer, set about on a road trip in his 50-year-old Vespa, and while traveling through Tbilisi, bought a mechanical watch which inspired him to design and create mechanical watches for drivers. The first series of watches from this brand is its Amalfi series, inspired by the winding Amalfi coast in Italy, of course. The unique construction of this watch makes it better readable while driving because the case can be turned under an angle of up to 90 degrees. It features solid lugs and a nice strap so that the watch can be worn on top of your clothes for even better legibility. The Amalfi series is available in 3 distinct designs designed by Guy Allen, showcasing different modes of travel: air, land, and sea. I love the air and land the most, with the air featuring a distinct seaplane, and irrespective of which design you pick, you get an engraved case back too. The watch has a diameter of 38.2 millimeters and is 11 millimeters thick, with a stainless steel case, a reliable Sellita SW300 movement, and 50 meters of water resistance. The watches are made to order, and it takes around 3 months to make your watch after your order. The editions are limited to 25 pieces per version, and you can probably tell this is not a cheap watch. And at $3,500 excluding VAT, it isn't, and it is also the most expensive watch on this list. But for this price, you are getting a one-of-a-kind piece of art on your wrist with intense craftsmanship. The next one on our list comes from Britain. Moels & Co. is still a relatively young brand which is just about 3 years in the industry, but what an impact they have made in watch design. Started by architect Bettina Menescal, Moels & Co. delivered their first hit in the Model 528 and continue to pack a punch with the Model 369. Moels say that the 369 stands out amidst a sea of lookalikes, that it's an original design conceived from the ground up, and I have to agree. Though the integrated bracelet design and the overall design of the watch does remind me of Brew watches, the dial design of Moels truly sets it apart. The dial design takes inspiration from the solar system and the vast, complex network of the interlocking vortices, the gravitational and the centrifugal forces, and it is these patterns which truly inspired the 369's dial, according to the company. It features a 39mm stainless steel case which is brushed throughout and measures 46.5mm lug to lug with 12.25mm thickness. There's a double domed sapphire crystal, and the bracelet is also made from a stainless steel tapering from 22mm to 18mm with a satin finish and consists of solid links along with half links. Moels say that they wanted the case back to tell a story as well, so there is a perforated plate which sits between the sapphire crystal and the movement to symbolize the cosmos. Through the perforated plate, you can see the gilt rotor which mimics the rotation of the sun. And if you're asking what does 369 stand for, it pays homage to Nikola Tesla's fascination with numbers. particularly with the numbers 369 holding cosmic significance. It gets a Swiss-made Sellita SW200 movement, 200 meters of water resistance, and is offered in a variety of colors, each inspired by the space. Obviously, it is the space cherry that gets my vote for the obvious fact that it is red in color, and I love red on a watch. At a shade under $1,500 US, the Moels 369 seems to be fairly priced for what is on offer. Another relatively young microbrand, but which has proven itself with outstanding design work, is Martin Design Watches. Founded in 2017 by Martin Iglodi, MD Watches made the right kind of noise by showcasing that an outstanding design could be made at an affordable price point too. In 2024, the brand released the Supernatural range, which features a regulator layout and draws its inspiration from the spirit of ancient Celtic deities. Even the names of the different styles of the watch take inspiration from different Celtic symbolisms, and each style is as pretty as the other, with my favorite being the Triskel or the Alanis. The Supernatural gets a 40mm diameter stainless steel case which measures 12mm thick and includes a double-domed sapphire crystal glass. All styles get a screw-down with an exhibition sapphire crystal case pack and a calfskin strap which can be customized in different colors. Powering the watch is the Miyota H2S7 with 42 hours of power reserve, and about $385 US. The MD Supernatural represents terrific value for money and would very well be my pick in this video. Let me know what you think in the comments below, please. Not to be confused with Paulin Watches, Paulin Watches is an independent brand from Scotland which has been in business since 2013. This microbrand is all about design, yet maintaining simplicity in the watches they make. The Paulin Oh No Automatic sees the brand collaborate with San Jose-based typography expert Oh No, and the result is a conversation starter to say the least. At first glance, the dial may look like a mess, but there is some method to the madness. There is exaggerated emphasis on the 12, 3, 6, and 9s, and thanks to the clear and contrasting minute and hour hands, I don't think readability should be an issue. The watch case itself is brushed steel, taking inspiration from their other design, the Model. The watch is powered by the reliable Swiss-made La Joie G101, which is visible through an exhibition case pack, and the case diameter is 39mm, which works for almost every wrist size. The thickness is also pretty thin at just 9.7mm, and you get a vintage style Hesalite box crystal with a pronounced crown. At around $980 US, Paulin's watches might come across on the pricier side for some people, but for the price you pay, you do get a watch with great quality, and like I said, that dial is a conversation starter for sure. Another brand which started in 2013 and has made its mark since for launching watches inspired by Côte d'Azur or the French Riviera is Corniche Watches. I have to say, just taking a look at Corniche's website and their social media channels makes me wish I was a billionaire with a yacht docked in Saint-Tropez, sipping an Aperol Spritz on a warm French afternoon. But let me redirect my attention to Corniche's Heritage Chrono, which packs quite the kit for a reasonable $535 US. Available in a range of colors which wouldn't look out of place in any party in Monaco, I'm assuming, my pick is the Mother of Pearl, with hand-applied brocade numerals and sitting in a 39mm case with a sapphire crystal and a rubber bracelet. The Heritage Chrono maintains its affordability thanks to the Seiko VK64 hybrid movement, which, despite being a quartz movement, you do get sweeping seconds feature and the reliability that it is a Seiko. Water resistance is claimed at 50 meters, and as far as the exclusivity is concerned, only 250 examples of the Mother of Pearl will be made. Personally, I have been following Corniche for a while now, and I will say that I am expecting great stuff from this brand in the years to come. This team has proven that they can get an exceptional design with a good build while also focusing on price by relying on multiple movement types. Started in 2018 by a group of watch lovers, Aera, which means era in Latin, wants to create high-end tool watches with minimalistic design cues. Have they done it? Well, Aera has made a diver, a chrono, and a pilot's watch, and it's the pilot's watch which we are talking about here. Called the P1, Aera say their watch is a modern, minimal take on the typical pilot watch with an elliptical case made from brushed 904L stainless steel with a 43mm case diameter, housed in a Sellita SW200 movement, and high visibility white Arabic numerals which are highlighted in hand-filled white Swiss Superluminova. The P1 has a water resistance of 100 meters and is limited to 300 units, which, by the way, at the time of making this video, all 300 have been spoken for. At about $1,650 US, the Aera P1 seems to be reasonably priced for what is on offer. I'm not going too much into the details since the watch is sold out and Aera haven't announced if they will be making another production run, but I am certainly keeping my eyes open for this brand. Started by founders Andrea Furlan and Hamad Al Marri, the watch I'm including in this list is the Furlan Marri Rosso Grigio, a sweet chronograph which aces the design in my books while still maintaining the affordability with a $620 US price tag. Furlan Marri have gone to great lengths to design an attractive watch sporting a 38mm case diameter with tasti tondi pushers. By the way, tasti tondi in Italian means round and decorated, domed hands, and a decagonal screwed case back. The burgundy leather strap truly complements this chronograph. Sporting 50 meters of water resistance, the Rosso Grigio maintains its affordable price thanks to the Seiko VK64 hybrid movement. I will be coming back to Furlan Marri as a brand in another video too, because if anything, they have established themselves as a microbrand prioritizing design, and I find their attention to detail to be spectacular too. Launched in 2015, Vario is an independent British watch company and one that I have immense respect for. Their designs and attention to detail clearly shows in their watchmaking, and if I had the resources, I would be clicking on the add to cart on every watch Vario makes. And they make quite a few, over 40 models from a variety of collections to choose from, and like Furlan Marri, I will be revisiting Vario again in future videos. For this video though, I think the Vario Mono Pusher GMT gets the attention. Vario relaunched the Mono Pusher chronographs, the Cobb and the Sigraph, and this time they've added a GMT complication as well. Personally, I like the Cobb just for its color scheme and quirky layout. However, whichever watch you pick, you get a high quality 41mm stainless steel case, a double domed sapphire crystal, and 100 meters of water resistance. The Sigraph uses the Sellita SW536, whereas the Cobb uses the SW530. Both movements offer identical features. As I said, I have to come back to Vario just because I have multiple favorites from this brand, but as far as the Mono Pusher is concerned, the price of $2,195 US seems justified for the return on quality, and let's not forget that spectacular design. Our next watch on the list accurately summarizes that sometimes, despite having a great design, high quality materials and construction, a successful microbrand also needs immense funding to bring out a watch to the market. This is unfortunately the tale of Bauche watches, which despite getting several things right, was unable to bring the Bauche Stargazer Nebula to market owing to a Kickstarter campaign which did not meet its funding goal. Created by Singaporean Randy Shaw, the Stargazer Nebula was to be a space-themed lineup of watches inspired by the James Webb Space Telescope's breathtaking images of the Carina Nebula. With a design of 6 timepieces powered by the Miyota 9133 movement and 41mm case diameter made of 904L stainless steel, the Stargazer Nebula was a breath of fresh air, and I was really looking forward to seeing them in the flesh. As Randy writes in their website, the brand may not have launched the Stargazer, but it hopes to be back with renewed inspiration, and personally, this is a story I will be tracking and rooting for. Now, after reading what Bauche Watches' head Randy Shaw said on the website, I did feel a little bit bad, and at the same time I really did resonate with him. Though I never started a watch brand of my own, being part of the aviation industry, I can tell you that it costs a lot in terms of resources to get to a stage before you can fly the large jet aircraft. And sometimes you do everything that you think you're doing right. You are probably going at it with your studies in the same vigor and enthusiasm with which you thought you would give it, and you're probably enrolled at a great flying school. You're probably spent a lot of money as well on flight training, but sometimes the timing just doesn't work out, especially true in the aviation industry because of how fragile this entire industry is. So I actually do feel for Bauche watches when they say that we had a great design going, we had a great plan, but at the end of the day the Kickstarter funding did not work out, and therefore they were not able to proceed with bringing these watches to the market. But now, you know what, fingers crossed, I'm really rooting for this brand, and I hope that in 2025 or somewhere in the near future we do get to see these brands, we do get to see this particular brand at least launch their watches, and I am certainly going to be looking out for them. Coming to the last watch on this list, but certainly it's not the least, because I think even as a beginner watch enthusiast, I don't think having just 10 favorite watches or 10 favorite brands, it's a lie that I'll be telling you. It's way more than 10, but due to YouTube's algorithm to restrict the video based on time, I've had to make this video a little bit short. I do intend on making more such videos in the weeks to come, and if you would like to see them, I would really request if you could subscribe to the channel as well. It's not going to cost you anything. At the same time, it is going to help the channel grow, and it's going to help me bring out such videos more often to you. But coming to the last watch on this list. Launched in 2016, Vario has been making limited run watches, yet keeping the price pretty affordable. I mean, take a look at the Navi Popeye collab. Can you believe this is a $400 watch? I mean, come on, these guys blew it out of the park and could have easily stuck a 4-digit price tag, but they didn't, and that's great news for enthusiasts like you and I. It's easy to see that the Popeye Navis are out of stock, but the single-hand Navi is still available in a few colors. With a 38mm case diameter and a domed sapphire crystal, 316L stainless steel case, and a Miyota 82S5 movement, I feel the Vario Navi is a no-brainer for anyone looking for a sub $500 watch but wants something unique. Well, those were the top 10 Microbrand watches which were on my wish list last year, and I think that means that I'm going to be really tracking these companies into 2025 and the years to come, and hopefully one day maybe be a customer, fingers crossed. But I think making this video or having this thought process for the microbrands did make me realize something. If you were to give me, I don't know, 10,000 or 15,000 US dollars and ask me to spend it all on watches, I could buy one, high-end luxury watch, or I could buy 10 of these watches or other micro brands which are there in my wish list as well. So the answer, I think, for me is very simple. I would definitely buy the micro brands because I really think that I'm the kind of watch enthusiast or watch buyer who would focus on something unique, who would focus on having a variety of watches to choose from, and who would really appreciate what these small brands are trying to do in an industry which is otherwise dominated by large names. Thank you so much for watching, and once again, here's wishing all of you and me a great year ahead. Cheers guys, bye.